This is ScottMillsOfficial.co.uk. You join me in the lovely room at the Sanctum Hotel in central London, and with me is Joe McElderry. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you.
You whippet, racing through the Great North Run yesterday. What was that? 1 hour 39 rather.
I'll tell you, I'm paying for it now. I can hardly walk, yeah.
I can't feel my legs. I also did the Great North Run yesterday in a bit of a longer time of 2 hours 21. Embarrassing. But you'd been training before, right?
Well, no, I had, and I honestly thought, I was quite surprised at the time. I thought it was going to go so much worse, because I'd only done like one 10-mile run in like about 3 weeks ago, so I was thinking it was going to go worse, and then I just got this kind of burst of energy from nowhere, and I just thought, let's just go with it.
Were you necking jelly babies like I was?
I had a couple, but I kept getting a stitch, and I was thinking if I eat loads of stuff, and then I was drinking Powerade, and I was thinking I'm going to have to settle down in a minute.
They kept handing you this kind of red Powerade, and no offence to Powerade, but red is not your best one.
It's the blue one.
The blue one is best. The red one is properly minging. So I just took 2 sips, then chucked it away. You had a lot of support there yesterday, though, obviously.
There was quite a few banners, yeah. It was really nice to see. And then when I came down the end, like everybody was screaming. It was really nice as well, because it was obviously I finished in my hometown.
Yeah.
So I was quite honoured by the support. Nice.
So your song premiered on Radio 1 on Sunday night, just gone as we speak now. How you feeling? Nervous?
Yeah, I mean, it's got a great reaction, which I'm really happy about. Everybody seems to be enjoying it, but I'm still really nervous. And I think that obviously the video's going to be out soon, and all the promotion starts, and it's a really exciting time, but I am really nervous.
The first thing that I thought when I heard it, because I heard it in the office at Radio 1 last week, I was really surprised, obviously, because it's not a ballad, and your voice is really high on it.
Yeah, I was quite surprised when I started singing it, to be honest, because what happened is we got the song, and it was going in a totally different direction before we got this song. It was it was a lot of slower songs, and it was kind of like I was enjoying it, but nothing was really grabbing me attention. And then we got this song, and I was just like, oh my god, I love it. I think it's great. And we went into the studio, but I assumed that the key would get changed, because you get the demos of the songs, and I was thinking like, okay, the key will be changed. And then we got to the studio, and the producer's like, well, actually, we're going to try it in this key. And I was like, what? But it worked out well, and we kind of found a totally different range in my voice, and it took me in a different direction, and I love it so much, the direction we've gone in. Yeah.
Is there dancing in the video?
Yeah. There's a little dance routine, a cheeky routine, which is great as well, which I really enjoyed doing. And I was used to singing so many slow songs on the X Factor, which I don't mind. Like, I loved singing them, but I just thought, I'm 19, I want to have a bit of fun on stage, and I just needed a few fast songs.
You never really got to break out any moves properly on X Factor, did you?
I've been begging since September last year, so it's finally paid off now.
Okay, cool. So where did you do the video?
We did it in Bulgaria, of all the places, yeah.
Okay.
Because they had a massive film set there, and part of the video, it's got like different sets and different countries, and yeah, so we ended up in Bulgaria somehow.
Wow, okay. So when's the song out?
Song is out on the 11th of October, and then the album is out on the 25th.
Okay, what's the album called?
Wide Awake.
Why is it called that?
Because what it is I just think everything that's going around, it's like I'm just so wide awake with everything that's happening. Like, I'm so excited and buzzing about everything, and I just thought, why not? Okay.
Obviously, you've had Ollie Murs and Alexandra Burke both being #1 recently, which is fantastic. Does that make you feel more nervous and put extra pressure on?
Not really. I mean, obviously, everybody's been asking, why aren't you out now? Why aren't you performing? But obviously, it's the same thing as what happens every year. The winner always waits till the X Factor starts again before you release. And me and Ollie are great friends, and it's been great to see him do so well. And obviously Alexandra as well from the previous year. I watched her win, so it's amazing to see her kind of. And hopefully I'll be able to follow in her footsteps as well. Yeah,
I mean, it's great. That's like 2 years on, she's still managing to do that. It's fantastic.
She's doing a great job, and she's an amazing performer and singer.
Will you be performing this song on this year's X Factor?
Yeah. Which I'm really excited about. Yeah. I've got the butterflies already, because it kind of feels like it's the first live show again. It all starts again. But obviously, this is the fun part now. Yeah. And it's going to be a great opportunity, obviously, to get back on the show. Will it be challenging to get your voice up that high when you're doing a live show? Not really. I mean, I've been working on it. Obviously, it's a totally different style of singing. So over the past couple of months, I've been working on it. But obviously, that is the record. So it's not. It's difficult, but it's it's a challenge.
Yeah.
And I enjoy your challenge, so it's all good.
What are your thoughts on this year's X Factor?
I think it's really good. It's really interesting. But again, I keep getting nervous every time I watch it. It's like it feels really strange watching it because
It must be, yeah.
you know how they feel, and at that point, like where the contestants are now, you have no idea what's going to happen. Like, I mean, they know they're through to boot camp once they're through, but still, you're like, what do you have to expect? How many songs do I have to learn? It's such a stressful time.
Right.
But they'll have the best experience ever.
Because we were saying that sometimes the ones that get tipped to do really well, sometimes they're not the ones that you think of at all, like
No.
later on down the line.
Yeah, definitely. And I always think it's best not to be talked about at the start, because I didn't get talked about at the start that much.
No.
And it was really nice because there wasn't a huge expectation going into the live show.
Yeah, you kind of came from nowhere.
And it was really
great.
Yeah, well, it was really, I was so happy about that because, you had Daniel and you had like the others who had the big expectations.
Massive hype, yeah.
And then on the first show, straight away on the Monday morning, everyone was like, well, we weren't as good as this one, that one, that one. And so it was really nice for me that when I was lucky, that I wasn't really talked about that much at the start, that I could kind of just slowly just enjoy the first live show and try and improve each week.
Are you in touch with Cheryl much?
Yeah, I was talking about yesterday, and she was asking about the single and everything, and I think she was going to listen out for it last night, so hopefully she'll have heard it.
Obviously, you've come out now.
Yeah.
And you feel better because of doing that?
Yeah, I mean, I was so overwhelmed by the support, and everything's been fantastic, and it's all good, yeah. I mean, to be honest, obviously it was a big deal having to come out in a paper. It wasn't the most ideal situation, but obviously, with the job that I kind of do now, I felt it was necessary to do so. And but yeah, I'm totally relaxed about it now, and I'm just happy.
Well, I mean, obviously I went through the same kind of thing, and were you worried when it did, break in the paper? Were you worried about what the reaction of some of the fans would be?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not going to lie and say that I wasn't worried, but there's always kind of been speculation from the beginning when I went on the show, and they'd always kind of supported us right from the beginning, which I was so thankful for. So I had that reassurance that I would hopefully still have the support. Okay,
and you weren't worried about girl fans, not being fans of Joe anymore?
No, not really, because like I said, they were kind of supportive anyways, so it wasn't really too much of a worry. Okay.
We've had lots of people, I could list them here on Twitter, on my secret piece of paper, going, has he got a boyfriend? Give him my number. Have you got a boyfriend?
No, not at the minute. I'm just busy.
Bit busy, aren't you?
Yeah, just a bit.
Okay, well, if you need one, there's millions of people on Twitter that I can sort that with. Oh. Sean Middleton asks, who in an ideal world, and you can choose anybody, would you like to collaborate with and why?
Beyonce. I just think she's an amazing performer, amazing, just all round everything. I think she's a professional as well. She's really professional. I think she's just a great all round person as well.
Bev Joe fan says, are you going to tour at all?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the album's not released yet, so we'll have to get the album out there, and hopefully after it's out there'll be an option for a tour, and yeah, I'd love to. It would be that's an ultimate dream as well, to have my own tour. I'd absolutely love that.
And finally, Leanne on Twitter wants to know, she noticed this on the X Factor when you all went home to your parents. Why does your mum's bathroom look a bit like a Swedish sauna?
A Swedish sauna?
That's what she says.
Well, it's actually not the bathroom, it's the house.
Okay,
because
so you've got a whole house that's a Swedish sauna?
Well, not technically, but my mum's always wanted to live in a log cabin.
Right.
So I had the house made to look like a log cabin, so that's why it looks like that. So
Amazing.
it's kind of like wooden walls. So it looks a bit like a sauna, but if you actually look at it when you're in it, it's more like a log cabin kind of feel.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it's quite cool, but it gets really hot in
Does
the
it?
summer. Yeah.
So it is like a sauna?
It is like a Swedish sauna.
That's brilliant. Can I ask you a question? Is your name actually Joe McElderry, or is it Joe McElderry?
Oh, yes, it is Joe McElderry,
right.
And I get wrong all the time off my dad, and I get wrong off a lot of Irish people as well, because it's an Irish surname.
Well, I've got a bit of a confession. You probably do know this, but I don't know whether you do. You know voiceover man?
Yes.
Joe McElderry!
Yes.
Him. Well, on the first time he had to say your name, he got delivered the script, and he just reads it out. So he goes, Joe McElderry. Now, no one checked with him that it was actually Joe McElderry,
Yeah.
and then it kind of stuck through the whole rest of the show.
Yeah, but, well, I got asked on the first, I think it was my first audition, that asked us if my name was Joseph, first of all.
Right.
And if my second name was McElderry or McElderry. Oh no, how you pronounce my second name.
Right, yeah,
They said,
yeah.
how do you pronounce? And I knew it was McElderry, but I didn't like the sound of that.
Right.
So I was like, it's McElderry. And my dad was like, it's McElderry. You need that's your surname. And I was like, I know, but I just like McElderry. It sounds better. And then I get wrong off a lot of Irish people. And then also, I said that I'd like to be called Joe. And for some reason, Simon kept calling us Joseph all the way through. And everybody else would call us Joe, and then Simon would call us Joseph again. And then we were like, right, okay, so it's Joseph again. And then we got to judges' houses, and somebody's like, right, okay, for God's sake, what is your name? Is it Joseph? Is it Joe? I was like, it's Joe. And then it stuck.
Okay.
So it's Joe McElderry now.
Does your mum still call you Joseph?
My grandma does.
Does she?
Yeah, especially when I'm in trouble as well.
Right.
You always know when you're just Joseph.
Yeah. Joseph McElderry? That's not my name anymore. Joe, thank you very much for talking to Scott Mills Official.
Thanks for you.
That's all right. And listen, best of luck with Ambitions and with the new album as well, Wide Awake.
Thank you.
It's all going to be fine. Good luck. Thank you.